Lately, I've started experimenting with watercolor. I had this old creativity gift that I'd gotten a while back, and it includes watercolors as well as pastels and colored pencils. And I just decided that I would have some fun with the watercolors. So first of all, I used a number 2 pencil to do a rough sketch of my daughter from her middle school years. I have a photo of her. The big one is in black and white, and then the smaller one is in color. So I looked at the black and white one as I was sketching her in pencil. And of course, the entire structure of this particular portrait is in the pencil portion, because the thing about watercolor is it's very hard to build a strong structure from watercolor. Watercolor has a mind of its own. It's very fun to use, and as long as all you're doing is adding a little bit of texture and a little bit of pigmentation, then everything is fine with that. But you can't expect to have very sharp lines or very strong demarcations of structure with watercolor, because the water just spills out that way. But I've been watching some other artists and I've seen how they do it, and I actually enjoy the way the watercolor sort of splotches around. In fact, my coffee paintings got me in the mood for watercolor, because coffee is also like that when you paint with it. So I didn't even mix any colors. I used the colors that came with the very diminutive watercolor set. I added some yellow into the browns of the hair. There were several different shades of red and pink. And here I started out with a very pastelish pink, but then I added a little bit of darker color for the upper lip and the very bottom of the lower lip. And I used it also a little bit for some of the shadows. And I kind of like the way overall it turned out. It looks like a colorized portrait. The colors don't look entirely natural, but there's something about it that makes it look like an antique photograph, and I really enjoyed doing this portrait. It didn't take very long, and I was able to add a little bit of texture, a little bit of shadow to a pencil sketch that I made. If you enjoyed watching me paint, please subscribe.